Absolutely gorgeous on Friday. The weekend started off sunny, mild, ended sunny, very mild. We're looking at late August type temperatures out there. We approached 80 degrees yesterday. We finished the day off out at the airport at 77, but there were a number of reporting stations that were over the 80-degree mark. No record highs, although we did come close. Yesterday, the record high was 81, and that was set back in 1953. So we were pretty close, but no cigars, they say. And overnight, last night, we dropped down to about 46, which is well above where we should be. We should be at 39, 40 degrees for an overnight low. And we started the morning off with temperatures probably 6-7 degrees warmer than what our average afternoon high temperatures should be, which was 58. That's where we should peak out with an overnight low of 40 degrees. No record breaker today, but once again, 1953 is the magical number. Yesterday, that record was 81. Today, it's 85. I don't think we're going to hit it, but once again, we'll flirt with that 80-degree mark. Very nice weather out there. 82 is our projected high. That's what I'm shooting at. Mostly sunny skies. And tonight we're only going to drop down to about 53. Matthew, again, as far as our temperatures, we started off quite mild this morning. Where are we at?
Currently, over at the airport, it's sunny at 66. Over in Midland, it's sunny at 72. Here, Radio Center, it's sunny at 66. We have southwest winds at 14 miles per hour. And our pressure's at 30.19, and it's steady.
Now, the warmest ever, 21st of October, that was back in 1979. We only made it up to 76 degrees, but again, 76 is very mild for this time of the year. The reason why it, though, turned out to be the warmest is our low on the 21st of October back in 1979 was 68. So that's why the average averaged it out to be the warmest ever. The coldest ever was set way back in 1925. So you're looking at 99 years ago. 40 was our high. 28 was our low. As far as high temperatures are concerned, you got to look back again, as I said, 71 years to see anything close to where we were or where we will be this year. 82, again, is our projected high. The record high is 85. Clear skies tonight with a low of 53. Sun will set this evening at 6:43. Rise tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Tomorrow, a few more clouds as we go through the day tomorrow. There's going to be a very weak front that's well up in northern Wisconsin and Minnesota, as well as the extreme western part of the Upper Peninsula. That thing is going to loop down through the state real late tomorrow night and early on Wednesday morning. So there will be a chance, ever so slight and very isolated, of a light shower tomorrow night, as we do look at a south wind gusting to 25 miles per hour tomorrow, becoming southwesterly and still gusty wind. So that's why 77 is going to be our high. 56 is going to be our low tomorrow night, with that chance of seeing a widely scattered shower. Wednesday, we'll have clouds early. Our high temperature for the day will more than likely be in the morning on Wednesday, because that front will move through. And once that front moves through, everything will clear off and the temperatures will drop down into the mid-50s as we go into the afternoon on Wednesday afternoon. And then Wednesday night will drop down to about 34. So the roller coaster ride continues when it comes to our temperatures. Once again, we're going to get a little taste of fall. 34 for a low on Wednesday. Then with mostly sunny skies on Thursday, 58 will be our projected high, which is average for this time of the year. We're going to be looking at some clouds once again moving in late Thursday night and early Friday morning after midnight. We'll drop down to 40, and there will be a chance of some showers. Now, there also will be a chance of some showers on Friday, but temperatures will be warming up to, once again, above normal. 63 for a high on Friday, 38 for a low on Friday night. Then we'll cool down just a little bit for the weekend, but mostly sunny skies, maybe a few clouds around the latter part of the weekend, but our temperatures will be in the upper 50s for the weekend with nighttime lows right around 36. So it does look like the weekend coming up, we're going to average out pretty close to what's normal for this time of the year. A year ago on this date, our high was 55 and our low was 43. What's really interesting is we had almost 2.5 inches of rain for the month of October a year ago today. We're looking at just a little bit better than an inch. In some cases, some folks picked up about 1.6, maybe 1.8, but still quite a bit drier this year than what we were last year. And then when you figure out the year itself altogether through the 21st of October, beginning January 1st, a year ago, we had almost 31 inches of precipitation cumulative over the first 9 months and 21 days. This year, 20.65 inches. So almost 10 inches drier so far this year than what we were last year. Incidentally, yesterday we had 2 inches of snow on the 21st of October. That was back in 1992. And we did have a little bit of snow on this date, but not much, just a trace so far for what we're looking at here on the 21st of October. High pressure over Kentucky, the main reason why we've got the weather that we have and that we will have as we go through at least the first half of the work week. Now, long range to take us all the way through the 3rd, and a lot of folks have really been paying attention to this. Above to much above normal on the temperatures, starting once we roll into the 26th of the month through the 3rd of September. Precipitation values at or slightly below normal for this time of the year. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, Matthew, who do we have?
Up next, we have Gary Kaufman from Star of the West, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
Before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth. You know, those Farmall tractors, whatever the job is, there is a Farmall tractor that's designed to help you get it done. You're talking anywhere from 35 to 140 horsepower. A Case IH Farmall tractor will go to work for you, and the folks at Weiss Equipment will pair you up with the size that you need to get the job done right. Choose the right Farmall anywhere from the value-packed compact Farmall A all the way up to the deluxe compact Farmall C and C Series with cabs. And right now, 0% interest for 84 months. That's right, 84 months. That's 7 years. Remember, Can Do comes in red. Farmall tractors available at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, doing it right longer. We say good morning to Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Terry. Doing well. How about yourself?
Other than raking a few leaves, I'm. It looks like a lot of the neighbors have got their soybeans off and the corn off. So, and the wheat's growing. So so far we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, no, I took a crop tour up in the Thumb area, and it's a lot of nice wheat fields up that way, and of course around our backyard as well. But yeah, the soybeans for the most part I think are done. It might be a field here or there, but the crop progress. We're going to get that here this afternoon after the close, and they're saying probably 90% done across the country, and corn is probably going to be around 60% done. Here it is, and October 21st. Here we go.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's really hard to believe because like last week, corn was something like 31% harvested for grain, but it was double what it was from the week before. And
oh, yeah.
I saw a lot of combines and a lot of cornfields. So I agree with you 100%. I think a lot of statewide, a lot of corn has come off. The only thing that would hold them back would probably be some of the late maturity corn. But a lot of that corn has really matured rapidly just over the last week.
Yeah, I would say by next Thursday, Halloween day, you won't see too many cornfields left for sure. So.
And soybeans, we were looking at 2/3 of the soybeans a week ago. Like you say, I'm not seeing a whole lot of activity in soybean fields anymore. They're done. They're gone.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. If they're not done, yesterday or by today or tomorrow, they're done. Yeah, for sure.
And fourth cutting hay. Now, this is something that I'm glad I'm no longer involved in this because, boy, I'll tell you, third cutting bales were heavy enough. I hate to think what a fourth cutting hay bale would weigh, but they were talking almost 50% of the fourth cutting hay this year is off, and it's been really dry, but still they're taking it off.
Yeah, and I don't think they handle like you and I did, Terry, back in the day. It's a little bit easier today. So
just a little bit.
Yeah.
Bit. So why are the markets doing what they're doing, Gary?
I think we're just getting a little recovery here, Terry. Even though the weather remains pretty bearish in South America, they're getting rain expected in some of those areas that needed it darley in central Brazil, and at the end of the day, rapid harvest progress, but soybeans been down. I just looked here. Soybean futures have kind of been a one-way street down. We're down to like $1 a bushel for the month of October. So I think we're just getting a little dead cat bounce here, and rightly so. Last week wheat was down 26, corn was down 11, soybeans were down 36 just last week alone. So yeah, we're getting a little reprieve, even though the fundamentals really hasn't changed at all per se. But it's nice to start the week on a positive note. And currently we have cash wheat up a nickel, Terry. That puts the white at 563, the red at 488. New crop for next year up 4 at 613 on the white, 528 on the red. Let's call cash and new crop corn up a nickel as well at 335. And soybeans are up 8 right now, putting cash and new crop at 893.
Do we have any reports coming up here fairly soon?
I think we've got one. I don't know if we get a November report or not, but it's not this month anyways. It'll be the first or second, probably the second week of November here.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, the next report, just looking at my sheet here, it looks like oh gosh here. So no, I think it's gonna be a little bit. So
It might be a little bit closer to Thanksgiving or something.
yeah, no, it's next crop production report looks like the 8th of November. That's what it is.
Oh, daylight savings time will be done.
There we go. That's our next crop production report.
There it is. Gary, thank you.
All right, Terry. Take care.
I will. You have a great day. Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. Over to Oppenheimer with Doug Klein we go. The market report brought to you by Legendary Tree Care. You need some tree trimming? How about tree removal? Well, they can take care of it for you. Legendary Tree Care can do it because they're fully licensed and insured. Remember, they specialize in big projects, but no job is too big or too small for them. Get a hold of them, legendarytreecare.com, or like them on Facebook. Market report also brought to you by Thumb Bank. making agricultural loans since 1895. Farming today continues to offer challenges that are very demanding, and Thumb Bank will help you sift through all those industry trends and pair them up with the trends of your operation. Remember, they've got locations throughout the Thumb and the Great Lakes Bay region. Thumb Bank and Trust relationships are built on trust, equal opportunity lender, and member FDIC. Doug Klein, good morning.
Well, good morning.
Had a good weekend, did you?
Well, that was like shooting fish in a barrel. That's easy enough to do. You
Well,
can.
I still can't get over 80 degrees on the 20th of October. I mean, wow.
It was good. It was good. It was good. Yeah. Yeah.
Wish
And
I could say the
so-
same about those traders.
So it's kind of sort of interesting today. The precious metals all hitting new highs. Gold, silver, and platinum hitting new highs for the year. Silver's pushing $34 now, so that hadn't been that high in quite a while. What else? The Fed governors, every one of them is talking this week. There's a speech here and a speech there trying to keep the fantasy alive. There is a Fed meeting. Let's see, they'll have a blackout next week, no talking. And then, so the week after, like the 6th or 7th of November, they'll have their regular Fed meeting. So a lot of eyes on that. Everybody, 92% chance of a rate cut of 0.25% at that meeting. So we'll see what happens. A lot of earnings coming out this week, just tons of them. So that's going on. Purchasing managers on Thursday, that's a big thing. They watch that. Talks about industrial production for the week, and that's important. Goldman Sachs said that the S&P is going to average 3% a year for the next 10 years. Well, they're not always right, but they're kind of influential. So we'll see what happens on that. Stock market's down about... Are you ready, Mr. Jimmy? Depending on which one you're looking at. Are you there? In the black on that one. So at least dead cat bounce on the commodities. We're getting a little overbought, selling on the stock market. Just a little balancing out possibly. So anyway, here's your numbers. December corn 410 3/4 up 6. The March corn 424 1/2 up 5 1/2. November soybeans 977 1/2 up 7 1/2. The January soybeans 988 3/4 up 6. December wheat 577 1/2 up 4 3/4, and the March wheat 597 1/4 up also 4 3/4. So crude oil is getting a little bit of a bounce after getting kind of sold off last week. 69.63 up 91 cents. Heating oil is 218.25. That's $2.25. That's up, say nothing. And natural gas is 309 1/2. That's up 4 cents. So the Canadian dollar hit an 11-week low against the U.S. dollar today. So the U.S. dollar buys $1.3845 Canadian. That's up 45 ticks. The yen's back at the dollar buying 150.38 yen. So again, the yen is very, very weak, up 86 ticks on that trade. The euro's at 108.20. 43 ticks. The dollar's at 103.88. That's up 39 ticks. And then, like I said, the precious metals still trading up against that. So that's quite impressive. Gold's at 27.38.40, up $8.40. Silver's 33.91, up 68 cents. Platinum's at 10.15. It's down $5 now, but again, it did hit that new high today. And copper's at 435.45, down 3 cents.
So now the silver was where?
33.89.
Now, when the
I
Hunt
can
brothers,
remember it being 40. Oh yeah, 80, close to 80.
wow,
Yeah, when they cornered it, and then when it kind of bounced there, must have been 10 years ago or so. Silver bounced to, I want to say 48, maybe 50. So who knows?
it's working on it. And then it's been a whole lot lower too.
I can remember $2.75.
I remember that very well. But that's a whole nother story. Doug,
Oh,
you have a
my.
good one, all right?
Okay. Yep,
Doug
you
Klein
too.
over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. They are your Dairyland seed dealer, carrying a full line of corn and Enlist soybean seed, proven weed control designed to get you a better harvest. Right now, they have an industry-leading 14% cash discount till the end of the month and a good supply of all across the Dairyland varieties, including the all-new Vorseed and PowerCore Enlist traded corn hybrids. Just get a hold of Justin Varner for more information. Dairyland Seed, we've got seed with your name on it from your friends at Freeland Bean and Grain. Since 1983, where serving you is their business. We say good morning to Jerry Samalski, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Jerry, how we doing?
Wonderful. What a great weekend to get stuff done this weekend, huh, Terry?
Boy, I guess. And that grass that a lot of folks have put in, if they've watered it, it's up.
That's correct. If they haven't, it's still there. It'll be coming. Just get some water to it. We've got to get some water to our whole area. We're so dry. That inch and some that we had a week or two ago is all gone. So we definitely need some more water. But, Jerry, I'm going to encourage everybody to look at planting your evergreens and getting those going. It's a great time to plant evergreens. You know, we draw lines in the sand. We say the end of October is a good time to have them in by. You can still do it later than that, but let's get them in sooner. They'll winter over better for you and have a better chance of survival.
At this stage of the game, Jerry, with the plants going in and it being so mild, I'm seeing some growth on some of these plants right now.
Yeah, and so as far as that goes, Terry, you know, fertilizing, we can start fertilizing again. We might see a little bit of growth, but it's not going to be major. We just hope we're going to slow down and get a gradual decline into our winter temps instead of, you know, being 50 one day and the next day being 20. That's when damage occurs. So as long as we kind of ease our way down and work gradually in temps, we'll be in good shape.
Jerry, we'll talk again tomorrow. You have a good one, okay?
Yes, sir. Have
All
a good day.
Jerry Samalski, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Matthew, along with us right now, who do we have?
Up next, we have Bryce Stein, and he's an agronomist with Michigan Sugar Company.
Bryce's report brought to you by the folks at Foster Blue Water Oil and Blue Flame Propane. Bryce, understand that we've got some news coming down the pipe.
We sure do, Terry. Good morning.
What's going on in the fields?
Well, temperature is finally starting to cooperate with us a little bit. We have some exciting news that permanent pile will start Thursday morning, it sounds like. Weather temperature dependent, I suppose, on Friday. It looks like it could get a little bit warm, but looks like we're going to hopefully knock the horn off and get a good start the next few days, because next week looks like temperatures do climb again, and we'll be having a waiting game until about the first part of November.
And again, at this stage of the game, when you're talking above average temperatures and you factor in average, next week, you know, we're going to be looking at 55, 56 for a normal high and 36, 37 at night. Even though we will be above average, it's a whole lot better than it was, let's say, a week ago, temperature-wise.
It sure is. And unfortunately, though, the averages don't seem to work out anymore. It's one extreme or the next. And that's some of the biggest concern that we have as a staff and management is there could be a cold snap that first part of November, and you never know. So hopefully we can make some good hay over the next few days while temperatures do cooperate, and growers can, you know, get a good start and hopefully wrap up that first week of November or the first couple weeks.
What's the moisture or the lack of moisture doing to our beets right now, Bryce?
It actually has helped tremendously. Growers were starting to really struggle getting harvesters in the ground before that last rain event that we did get a week ago. So now we're able to carry a lot of the dirt, and we're not losing beets in the harvester. We're not damaging them as bad as what we were the week prior. So it's definitely a blessing that we've had some moisture. To my knowledge, there hasn't been any spots that have had too much. So we're able to still go this next week and have some really good conditions for harvest and permanent pile.
Now, how far along are we? I know the last numbers were looking pretty good. Are we still hovering around 30% ?
Yeah, I would say 30 to 33%, give or take a little bit. But yeah, that's one of the nice things is we are, compared to years past, we are quite good on that complete number or the harvested complete. So even though the weather's not cooperating, we are getting quite a few acres harvested, and we're going into permanent pile with more than normal acres harvested.
Bryce, you have a great day. We'll talk to you again next week, okay?
Sounds great. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. Your hard work doesn't go unnoticed at Foster Blue Water Oil. They work hard alongside you to keep your business running smoothly. They do try to exceed your expectations with high-quality products and services that you can trust. Family-owned and operated for over 80 years of experience, where integrity to keep you moving forward is a part of their business. It's Foster Blue Water Oil. We'll be right back.
Soil prep for next year begins as soon as the harvest is over. Don't miss out on nutrients you can return to your soil. Applying a Dairy Dew compost blend accelerates the conversion of crop stubble into next year's plant food. That remaining plant material is full of nutrients that you want to return to the soil. Dairy Dew blends from Morgan Composting, like K2, Gypsum Plus, and Layer Ash Blend with Gypsum, helps with decomposition, releasing those nutrients for next year's crops while also adding good biology and other missing nutrients to your soil. Like a lot of things right now, supplies are limited, so contact Morgan Composting to place your order for fall and lock in your price now. Crops don't wait. The seasons don't wait. You shouldn't wait. Address soil health now for better yields next year. Not sure which is the best Dairy Dew compost blend for your fields? Contact a soil health expert at Morgan Composting for a consultation and soil testing. Call today or visit dairydew.com to learn more.
FFA, the kids, the Blue Jackets, they're moving into Indianapolis this week. They're looking at close to 70,000 young people moving into Indy. We're going to have an opportunity to listen to Amara Jackson, the FFA president from Corunna, hopefully tomorrow. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem, brought to you by Euclid Avenue Coins in Bay City.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton,